Come on, set. 30 base.
Choose the mic. Let's go.
Back, back, back. Deuce, 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 deuce.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 9, check 9. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, kill.
Hey, Sam on. Go.
Back to throw here. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 8 yards there and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Choose the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Yeah.
2nd and 5. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Ready to break.
52. Mike 52. Don't get nervous. Watch the eye. Slap.
Leo, Leo.
Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey, check.
They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Snap.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Blue draw quarter. Look at me. Go.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Shoot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
He's coming. We got double up. Tight dog. No.
On second down now, it's Edwards. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 10.
Check nickel.
On third down, here's Edwards. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
We got this.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 15 line. 25. Check 25. Rush in.
Alert flare. Check.
On third down, it's Edwards. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals take over the first down.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards on the ground. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
Now, the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
This is Scarborough. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Now Scarborough. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Bo Scarborough, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21. Yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tackle.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. I smell fear in that offense. Go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Topper! 56. Mike, 56, right there. Yo, go! Lee Griffin.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Tannehill on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. Go! Here we go. Now.
Again, Tannehill. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, Haywood. Check 13. Check 13. Hard. Buds. Ready, go.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Ready, set. Hey, Sam off.
Hey, watch it.
Five.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. This time, the extra point up and good, and that will tie things up at 13. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken very short, and not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Let's bring it. Kill. Switch.
Here's Edwards. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Ready, break.
56, check 56. All right, T, let's go.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
70, Indy.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Check 9, check 9.
Now back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Slam, slam, slam. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist. Watch hit it.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Brings up 2nd and 7. Look at me. Go on, go on.
Bang, 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 bang. Check, check, check.
Now.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Check, check. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check.
Fair. Fight.
They run with Edwards. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Check 52.
Go.
He's coming. We got double up.
Tight dog.
80 weapon. Hey, high 7.
By 2 the Mike by 2.
Come on, boy.
Ready.
Don't be scared of it.
52's the Mike.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Coming in to sack him, Dominique Easley. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Here's Tannehill. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, They let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Again, it's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Well, at this stage in the fourth, I thought they might work it down the field a little differently, but they go with the run. Hole opens up, and he's gone.
Well, we mind melding there because you're thinking differently, meaning throwing the ball, right? Yeah. I'm with you. With that time on the clock, I thought the ball would be in the air on just about every play. And they came back and got him with a surprise because I think the defense was planning for that as well. That took some fortitude as a play caller. Give him high marks for making it happen.
This will be taken short. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And the Bengals grab it. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. And if